And welcome back. Ken Post is here today with Zounds Hearing of Laguna Hills. Nice to have you back.
Good to be back.
And today you brought the hearing aids for everyone to see. And this looks like an old-fashioned hearing aid. Is that basically what it is? Like a,
Yeah,
people used to
back
wear.
in the day,
Yeah.
this one's made out of plastic as kind of a. But these can, if you actually find one from vintage, they're
Yeah.
very expensive.
I bet they
actually,
are. Yeah.
as antique kind of things. Yeah.
And they certainly helped as much as they could back then.
They did, and actually, if you think about it, they were really directional. If you
Yeah.
wanted to hear somebody, that's something that
Yeah,
is a
that's
problem
true.
with a lot of the newer aids is they're not. You hear, it amplifies everything
Right.
around you. These you just, what'd you say?
Yeah. Where'd you
so,
find that? They still make something like that.
Somebody actually, a friend of mine actually gave it to me.
Okay.
It's like, oh look, I got this somewhere. I don't forget where they
Interesting.
got it, but
But of course, technology has changed a lot over those years.
Mm-hmm.
And the Zounds hearing aids, you have a set right here. So this is what, if someone purchases these, this is basically what they get then, this whole package
right.
here?
When you purchase a pair, it comes with a charger because
Okay.
ours are rechargeable. It comes with a charger and a little remote control.
Okay.
The remote is an optional thing. Some people who like to fiddle will take it out. Otherwise, it's automatic on its own. It adjusts for volume. There's 5 little computers in here. They're doing lots of things. In particular, they're one of the things in a party is they actually make it directional. So you're hearing where you're facing and not all the other voices around you.
Oh, very good.
So and that's all done electronically, automatically for you. There's a party mode where it actually boosts that, but in normal mode, it's adapting to what, if you're in a quiet area, it can turn the sound down so
Okay.
you can hear if you're in a
So
noisy area.
the remote is something that, although it's on the stand here, if somebody wants to carry it with them, they can.
Right, the stand recharges it. It
Okay.
recharges the hearing aids, so you put them in at night. They charge overnight, and they run anywhere from 16 to 24 hours depending on the model. So you'll get basically the whole day
Yeah.
of charge out of, and then put them on at night again. They're ready for the next morning.
Okay, what about taking these out on a rainy day? Are they waterproof? Should you take them off if you go swimming?
Yes, you do need to take them off like any electronic thing.
Okay.
Like you can get like your phone. If you got a little bit of water on it, it's not going to do much. A little spray. But if you soaked it somewhere, it's not going to work anymore. Once you
Okay.
get water into electronics, and then you got a little speaker in here. You get water into there. If you get a lot of water in
Okay,
it,
but wearing them in the rain would be fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. And the recharging, how long does it take for, let's say you did use it a full day. You put them on the recharger at 10 o'clock at night. They're going to be ready for you at 6, 7 in the morning. How long do they usually
it's
take?
6 to 8 hours for a full charge.
For a full charge? And the batteries that are in there, as we know with most things that have to recharge, they have a certain life to them. What's the life of those?
They'll last from a year to a year and a half.
Okay.
And a lot of it depends on if you're in a really noisy situations, it may have to be doing more work. But they typically last a year to year and a half. And for the lifetime of the hearing aid, you just bring it in and we'll replace them for free.
Okay,
So you
and
don't
that's
ever have to
very
touch a battery.
convenient.
Yeah, you never have to touch a battery. You bring them in, we replace them. You can hear it, near the end of the day, it'll beep telling you that the battery's getting low.
Okay.
And it should never happen. You should because when the batteries start getting weak, you'll notice, near the end of the day, it beeped. Time to make a call, make an appointment, and we'll come in and change the battery for you.
Okay, and what's nice is this is certainly small enough that if you travel somewhere that's easily packed, I mean, it's no
Yeah.
different than nowadays we all take along a bunch of electronics, that's
Yeah.
for darn sure.
Yeah.
So that's very convenient to go ahead and pack. As far as I know you've been on here several times before, and you talked about the cost benefit of these compared to other brands of hearing aids, right?
Right. These, for being a very high quality, high-end hearing aid, they're about half the price of a typical hearing aid that you'd buy anywhere. And don't let the price fool you. These are absolutely top-notch. Our specialty is in a noisy environments. We're the best hearing aid around. When you're in a noisy restaurant or in a party, we have the best technology in there that that really focuses in on the person in front of you, and you can hear them instead of everybody else around you.
Okay. We know how important it is to get hearing tests done. Is that something you folks do as well?
Yes.
Okay.
We will do a free hearing test for you. We evaluate a lot of the aspects of your hearing, and in order to know whether hearing aid's going to boost that. There are problems in the ear where the hearing aid won't help you with.
Right.
And so we do testing to see if that is where your hearing loss is from. We can say we don't want to sell you a hearing aid because it's not going to help you. We're out here to help people, so we can show you. We chart it out and actually show you on the chart. Here's what's going on in your ear. Here's areas where we can help you.
Okay. These are they're sold as we see them here in a set. What if someone just has hearing loss in one ear? Can they just get one?
They can, yeah. We can sell them one here. It's not the norm, but
Right.
it is unusual that people have a hearing loss in one ear and they just need a hearing aid there.
Okay, very good. Obviously it's very important to get hearing tests. Do you also take people, may already have their general physician that they go to? Are you usually referred by other doctors, or can someone just call you up and go, hey, we want to come in and have a hearing test? And
we can be referred. Some doctors do some screening, some don't. But we do get referrals from doctors.
Okay.
But most of the people just are, they'll hear it from a friend how great the hearing aids are, or they'll see our ad in the paper or mailer, and they'll just call up and make an appointment. And the test itself is free. In fact, we'll fit it. We'll actually let you walk around, go to a restaurant, and hear how they're doing for you before you actually have to pay for them. So you get to actually try these out for a spin and know, oh, these seem really good. And, and then come back and say, yeah, I really love them. I'll buy them.
We've often talked about things to prevent hearing loss. Although I think a lot of the people that have lived here are of an age that maybe it might be too late, and meaning years ago they went to the rock concerts of the 60s and 70s, as did I. You didn't even think about hearing protection or even working around in your yard with power tools years ago. People, weren't even wearing eye protection back there, let alone hearing protection. But we know how important that is. There are a lot of people here who work we have a wonderful woodworking shop and things like that. It's very important to take care of your ears, just like your eyes, right? Yeah,
it is very important to notice your surroundings, and if you're in a very noisy area, put some earplugs in. The damage is very slow and gradual.
Yes, it is.
And so that's one of the things that can be a big contributor to it, but just age. Some people will think, well, I've never been in those kind of environments. It's always been fairly quiet, but my hearing still, it's not necessarily your fault from where you were. Just the aging
just like
process.
Your eyes, right?
Like just like your eyes, exactly.
It just may happen, and sometimes it can be like your eyes, hereditary. Usually if you have a family line of people who wear glasses or their hearing lessens as they get older, it seems to follow that line. And you can see where these hearing aids from Zounds can really be a great benefit for a lot of reasons. One, above anything else, is not having to change little tiny batteries. You have that convenience of just putting these in every night and they're charged for you. I think that's fantastic. It really is.
It's a big plus for the hearing aid. It's a big plus for people. I watched my mom trying to do that on her hearing aid. It's like, wow, that just, you got to do that like every week or so? It's like,
putting those little flat batteries alone, like in some of my daughter's things, forget it.
I know.
I mean, it's hard enough. And those are bigger batteries. Where are you located, Ken?
We're right behind Coco's at Lake Forest and Avenue de Carlotta there.
Okay, very good. And I want to give you the number over there. It's 949-215-9100. And as you can see, you don't need to use one of these. Well, unless you really want to at a party or something. Maybe a New Year's party, that might be kind of fun. But much better to get the Zounds hearing aids. And you can see the benefits of them. They cost less. They're very convenient. and Ken can really help you out. So give him a call. Thanks for coming on.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, great product. Good that you brought it on, and we'll see you again.
Okay.
All right, you
All
take
right.
care, and we'll be right back.
Missed too many conversations with your old hearing aids? Constantly changing those tiny batteries drive you nuts? And you paid how much? It's time to get Zounds, the rechargeable hearing aid that eliminates up to 90% of unwanted noise at less than half the price of other premium brands. Contact the hearing professionals at Zounds Hearing today for a free hearing test and get Zounds, hearing aids worth wearing.